What is going on, guys? FMU here, and this is a brand new series called the ExMen. So let me give you a little bit of info on this series and then we'll get cracking away. It is basically, the premise of it is I was going to do it with a team like West Ham or somebody like that, and bring back like Lampard, Joe Cole, Defoe and all those, which was a suggestion of a sub of mine, the FM Gamer on Twitter. So this is basically his idea, just expanded a little bit. But I decided, why not go a little bit further and bring back some of the old players back into the new era of football, so to speak. So we've gone back and we've handpicked a few of Manchester United's corking players from the past. You can see here we have Mr. Eric Cantona, 18 years of age. They're all going to be 18 or 17, depending on when the birthday falls. Randomly enough, most of them were born in May. Bizarrely, when I was doing it, I was like, wow, they're nearly all born in May. But Eric Cantona is an 18-year-old striker in it. Simple as that, so he's come back. So let's go through and I'll quickly show you the players who we've brought back from the past. So you can see straight off the bat, Bobby Charlton. It's kept his old picture. I did put a new picture in, but I thought because I've got the pitch pack it might. So he's a very old looking 17-year-old Bobby Charlton here. So he's come in and it's kept these in. I suppose I could have swore I took them out. It's taken his history out. Oh, well, never mind, that's fine. We'll kind of figure that out. We'll scratch that off to a bit of a mistake. And it's kept his biography in as well. Why does it do that? Why does it do it? Oh, it's because I've kept him in a thing, isn't it? That's weird, but never mind. We can let that slide. And it's put him as a defender, has it? Yeah, why has it done that when his preferences are... Mind you, he can play through the middle, so I dare say they'll be playing him in that sort of position. But Bobby Charlton is in there, and he's got good stats. They've all got good stats that I've either picked off from other people that have created... other people that have created these players before in the past and stuff like that. But that is Sir Bobby Charlton, who is not technically a sir yet in that. Then we've got ourselves David Beckham, of just worldy of a player, obviously going to be. But he can play. For some reason, it's put him down as that as well. Sometimes it does this. Depending on the stats, when you create a player, it does change it around a bit. But you can see we've deleted his biography and everything, so that's all gone off. £58 million for 18-year-old David Beckham. So he's in there. George Best is the next one. Another fantastic little player. 18 years of age. Only £10 million for him, whereas David Beckham was a lot more, which is a bit weird, but nevertheless. Maybe because he plays for a smaller nation. I don't know. But he is... I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops in this save, seeing how far he goes forwards with it. Now let's go back to the main. So we've seen Bob Charlton, David Beckham, George Best, like I say, Eric Cantona. Eric Cantona is in there. We've seen him already. Where, oh where for art thou? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Bear me a second. I just need to follow. Ignore me. I was going to do Paul Scholes, but I didn't do him in the end because I thought he's not long retired, so I did not go ahead with that. So let's just have a wee little look. So obviously Manchester United, Louis van Gaal. I was going to do Ryan Giggs as well, but I left him out as well. I changed my mind sort of last minute on these sort of things, so they're not involved, unfortunately. But I toyed with the idea of doing them, but then I thought, well, they didn't really retire that long ago from Manchester United, so it seemed a little bit not pointless, but a little bit of a something that just was not required. So what we're going to do, we're going to go forward. In this first episode, we're just going to do this first season, have a look and see how the boys do. So if you are prepared to, just hang on for a second for you, it'll be a little while for me, but in a second we'll have a little look and see how they've done in that first season. Okay then guys, the first season has passed and unfortunately for them, Manchester United didn't win the league. They finished second place behind Manchester City, only by a point, but with a much inferior goal difference. So, the kids haven't had that much of an effect in terms of trophies in the Premier League anyway. But if we have a quick little look at the fixtures, and we can just have a look and see what they've done in the cups. So they got beat by Manchester City in the FA Cup fourth round. Depay scored twice there. George Best played in that, and David Beckham played in that, and Bobby Charlton played as well. And let's have a quick little look at the Capital One. They lost in the final to Chelsea, so heartbreak in the final. Mata and Depay with the goals for United. Best played again. None of the others played though, interestingly enough. But George Best managed to get in there. And in the Champions League, they got to the first round knockout stage where they were beaten by Valencia over 2 legs. They won the home leg, Yarmolenko scoring. Again, George Best in the team there. No Beckham, Cantona, Charlton, or any... Yeah, they were the only ones, weren't they? I was getting a bit carried away there. Did they play... Mata scored against Barcelona in a defeat there, and Schweinsteiger there. So, a trophyless season for the Manchester United squad. But in terms of the players, I had a quick little look, and one of them that we're going to look at first is one of them left on loan, and it is... Where's he gone? Eric the King Cantona went out on loan to Borussia Dortmund, and he's not had a very good time of things. He made 2 appearances for United, didn't get a goal. 7 appearances for Dortmund, did not get a goal. In terms of international football, he's played 521 games and got 2 goals, made 1 appearance for the first team and not scored as yet. But obviously he's only 19, so that's kind of expected, I guess, to a degree. But so that's Cantona. And look at that, Anthony Martial was loaned out as well, randomly. But I guess that does happen, to be fair, on Football Manager with the younger players going in. So, first of all, let's have a quick little look at David Beckham. He's been the most successful of the lot. He's worth £50 million at the age of 19. His stats have improved. I don't know how. I'm not sure how much, to be fair, because it doesn't show you on here, but they've definitely improved. And he has got 12 goals in the Premier League this season, 1 in the FA Cup. He scored in the European Champions Cup, 2 in the European Championship qualifiers, and a couple in non-competitive games. You can see he's made 5 England appearances, scored 3 goals. So David Beckham basically picking up where he left off in terms of his career. Had a fantastic first season with United. Can we get a look? We can't have a look, unfortunately, at the analysis or anything. That's a bit of a shame. But in his first season, 31 appearances, 12 goals. Overall, in all competitions, 41 appearances, 16 goals. So he's had an absolute worldie of a first season. Now, nobody at the moment is looking at him, but it's going to be interesting to see which of the players move on and which of them stay. It's going to be an interesting one to have a little look at. George Best, he's had a decent season, not as many games as the other guy, as David Beckham, but he's had a good season nonetheless. 18 appearances, 6 goals in the Premier League, 8 as a substitute. A couple of appearances in the FA Cup, didn't get any goals. What's this? Sorry guys, sorry, Shrunaldo just commented on one of my videos. I'll have to have a look at that in a minute. Capital One Cup, he made 4 appearances, getting 1 goal. In the under-21s, he got 5 appearances, 8 goals. So he's been nailing them in down there. And a few appearances in the European Championship qualifiers, 3 goals in 4 games. And under-18s league, under-18s cup, 5 goals in 3 games. In the Champions Cup, 3 and 4 in the under-19s, that is. Under-21s Cup, 1 appearance, 1 goal. Under-21s League, 5 appearances, 8 goals, like I said. So he's been involved in everything for United this season, absolutely everything. And he's had a fantastic season, absolutely fantastic season. In total for the club, 17 appearances, 7 goals. Non-competitive though, look at his non-competitive. That's like probably the under-18s league, I think, is it? That's classed as. Absolutely bossed it. So he could have a big season next year for United. Of course, only 19. In terms of national team, 7 appearances for Northern Ireland, 3 goals. So very, very similar to David Beckham. Beckham was 5 and 3. Best is 7 and 3. So, you know, those two guys are sort of following a very similar path to each other. So it'd be interesting to see how well he's done. Look at his dribbling. 48 dribbles made. He's had a great season for his first year. So it could be interesting to see how he moves on going forwards. And then lastly, we have ourselves Bobby Charlton. He's not been involved as much. He's made 20. Well, I suppose he has in a way. I just think he's had more substitute appearances, maybe. 20 appearances, 2 goals for Bobby Charlton. Been involved in the FA Cup, the Capital One Cup. He's scored in those. European Champions Cup, made a couple of appearances. Didn't get on the score sheet, though. But in the Under-21s League, he's got a couple of goals. The Champions Cup, he's got a couple of goals. Championship qualifiers, he's not. According to that, he's made 100. That's so annoying me now that I've done that, but it can't be helped now. Small oversight on my part, but yeah, he's done all right. He's not done badly at all this season. And if we have a little look here, international wise, he's made 4 appearances this season, so he's had his first 4 appearances for the club, for the nation, and overall he has made 19 appearances, 13 as sub, with 4 goals, and in non-competitive, 8 appearances with 4 goals. So all in all, they've had a fairly decent season. I mean, they finished second. They've finished like without any silverware, but as far as the young lads are concerned, they've done pretty damn well. Beckham being the most prominent in the team. Cantona being loaned out. So it's going to be interesting to see in the next episode what happens over this summer, and then we'll skip 5 years ahead and see how they're doing in 5 years, see what they've won, see what they haven't won, and genuinely just see how they're doing in terms of progression through their career. Will they still be at United? God knows. If you would like this database to download, let me know in the comments below. And I'll sort the Bobby Charlton thing out, and I'll probably also make sure I add Giggs and Scholes in like I was originally going to, if you want me to. So just let me know in the comments down below, guys, what interest there is in that. If there is some, then we'll get that sorted for you guys who want it. So thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button if you want this series to continue, and if this series goes well, we will do other teams, maybe like Ajax and Milan and Barcelona going forwards, doing all those sort of teams. And we might even do some of the lower league teams, maybe some teams that have had really good players in the past, bringing them back in, and we'll just see how it goes. But for now, guys, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.